this is Crystal with your October 30th, 2019 daily tarot reading. In this reading, as always, I will be picking up on the overall energy of the day. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell button so you're the first notified whenever I go and upload these videos. I was about to say whenever I go live. That too. Okay, so let's get started. Let's look into the overall energy of October 30th. October flew by, as we all know. Let's see what the overall energy of October 30th is for us all. Woo! What is going on with this day? I don't know why I'm talking like that. I don't know. Okay, so we have the King of Coins in reverse. We have the Five of Coins in reverse. And we have the Ten of Swords upright. Interesting. Very, very interesting energy. Okay, so October 30th. First off, we have the King of Coins in reverse. And the King of Coins in reverse is not always bad. This can be a return of an investment. This can be some money that you invested into a company a long time ago. It can be a check that was supposed to be sent a long time ago and they never sent it. This is not always bad with the King of Coins in reverse. I've seen this card come up a few times where money that was owed to me came back. So I love that it does bring that energy. Now, with that being said, it can also be an energy of paying off some of your debt, somebody coming out of debt relief in some way, thinking about things like that, coming out of debt, finances, all of that seems to be on our mind today. Now, the King of Coins also brings the energy of us getting too much in the earth, getting too grounded, either stressing out about financial issues and or being too stubborn about things that we can't financially do anything about. It can also play out in a way to where it does give you the heads up of no big investments today. Don't buy the couch. Don't, decide to buy the new car. I would wait, wait till tomorrow or something to do it. Maybe not tomorrow either. Mercury stations retrogrades. We're gonna see how tomorrow looks. But the King of Pentacles in reverse can also be a very stubborn person, kind of like a stick in the mud. Can be a bit of an asshole sometimes too, to be honest with you all. So it just depends. It just, with that energy kind of being sprinkled over the day, I would say just be very wise with your spending. Don't stress out about your money. How you feel about your money is how your money is going to react to you. If you feel stressed about money, you'll get more stress within your financial life. If you know that finances comes fluently and abundantly towards you, you will get them. Matter of fact, I'm going to use this time to share a quick story about one of my close friends. Out of respect, I'm not going to say their name, but they were having some issues financially, and not huge issues, because this, out of all my friends, this was a friend who always stays really, really positive. But we all have situations to where we're kind of in a jam and needed some quick cash to get out of it. And so throughout this time, she stayed encouraged. She stayed positive. She also constantly kept telling herself, I'm always provided for. I'm not going to stress out. I maybe didn't get approved for that loan that I needed right now, but something will come through. I'm going to make sure that I have this money. And it was money to be able to make a transition that she needed to by the end of the week. And it wasn't just, a couple $100. This was a nice amount of, money that she needed. Long story short, someone gave her that money. Literally, she spoke it. And she said, you know what? I have to come up with this money. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but it will happen. And boom, like magic, someone sent her over $1,000. Okay, just instantly. And this is a true story. So I do believe in the law of positive attraction. And I do believe in just not stressing out. I understand. And I never want you all to get scared by this Mercury retrograde, because it plays with your mind. Mercury is it plays with your mind. It plays with how you think. And for all my people who don't know what I'm talking about, Mercury rules communication, how we think, how we process information. And when it's starting to slow down or go retrograde, it changes the way we think. It can cause you to either go into super analytical mode. You might want to clean up your house. Like all of a sudden you get spring cleaning fever. It might play out in a way to where you get super anal about your taxes or organizing things, getting your car registered, fixing things on your car. You can see issues with your car pop up. Funny. It's actually not funny, but one of our cars actually broke down yesterday. But it was something that we should have already fixed. It wasn't anything but a starter, but we were supposed to get that fixed like early summertime, and we just kept putting it off because we were busy and whatnot. So but you have to laugh at things like that and know that, yes, this is the inspector time. This is the time where you don't want to run the red light. This is the time where you want to make sure everything, your registration and everything is in order as it needs to be. And if not, this is cleanup time. I think Mercury retrogrades are amazing. I actually love them. I make a big deal out of them, but they've made me so strong over the years. And once I acknowledge them, I don't turn into the King of Pentacles. Even if I am maybe having a I don't know, like a low amount of income come in that week or that month. I just don't. I just go with the flow, and I know that everything will always be taken care of because it always is. As long as I'm putting forth the work and the effort towards bettering my life and being of service, things will always serve me in the best way possible. Okay. So that is my little story. Now I'm going to get to the point, you all. I'm not going to have you here all day. But the next card is the Five of Coins in reverse. And the Five of Coins in reverse speaks about coming out of debt. It speaks about coming out of feelings of being left out in the cold. Yes, it can put those topics on your mind. But if you look at it as things always work out for me financially. Yeah, that bill might have popped up out of nowhere, or yeah, they might have accidentally sent my check to the wrong person. Like little misunderstandings and things like that happen around times like that, like this. But I've grown so much now to where I can roll with the punches because life always provides for me. I always find a way, even when it's hard. I've been left out in the cold in love and by people who have hurt me, but because I had an optimistic standpoint on these things, more love always came and comes my way. I'm speaking as if this is all of us saying this. So keep that in mind whenever the Five of Coins is there. You don't want to stay in an energetic place of not having, I'm struggling, I have one leg, I have diabetes, I'm not attractive, my hair fell out. And don't get me wrong, you all, I'm not making fun of any of those situations. All of those situations are very serious. But what's even more serious and saddening about when I'm this, I'm that, I've had this, I've that means that's all you're focusing on. If that's what you're focusing on, that's what you're going to keep getting. You know this. It's like if you focus on baking a cake, you're going to bake the cake. If you focus on crying, you're going to cry. So whatever you focus on is really going to grow. So you have to watch it today so that way you don't get into boom, victim mentality. And as hard as life is, we cannot become dependent on things, substances, people, the government, anything. Because, first off, you have to live your life. You have to do what you have to do. But each day you should be growing more and more into this position to where I don't allow people to backstab me anymore. I don't allow people to put me in positions to leave me left out in the cold because I'm very self-sufficient. And I end up starting my own business because I got tired of living paycheck to paycheck. And I got tired of my bosses always screwing me over and firing me for being 2 minutes late. Of course, you all just made that story up, but I'm just saying this is the better way to look at things, because the King of Pentacles today, if you use this energy right, can look back at all the things that he's been through, all the heartbreak, backstabbing that he dealt with from people, all the debt and student loans that he had to come out of, and still here he is, upright, finding the strength to keep pushing on, editing, revising his or her life to be more financially stable or just secure. The swords do rule the mind. even mentally. Not all of us are having financial issues. That's just an example I use to get you all to paint the picture of what the cards are trying to say. But the Ten of Swords can be you just stressing out and feeling like a victim. And the more you feel like the victim, nobody wants to be the victim in the movie. So you have to. It's not easy. It takes time. It takes repetition. It takes therapy. It takes loving yourself, understanding that your past does not represent your future, living in the present, which a lot of us, most of us don't do. We really don't live in the present. Most of us are always like, oh, I'm going to do this in the future, or, oh, I'm going to do that, or, oh my God, in the past, I've had people constantly break my heart, and I've had, went through this and that and this and that. Listen to yourself. Listen to the conversations that you have with people, not the fake, oh, how are you? Welcome to Starbucks. Not that conversation. I'm talking about the conversations that you have with your friends on the phone. Hey girl, how you doing? Is it negative? Yeah, once again, it's just this, it's this and it's that and it's, and I'm just so depressed. Listen to the conversations you have with your partner. Listen to yourself when you speak. Maybe that's what we all need to do. Maybe record ourselves a little bit when we talk today. And just random, or when you have a thought, write it down. Or just jot it down to yourself and look at the end of the day, how many positive versus how many negative thoughts have you had throughout the day? And that tells you where you're coming from. And if it's more negative, that means that you're coming from a place of being the victim. And I love every person who shows love and watches these videos and just shows support in any way. I mean, I put out love to the world regardless, but I really have a special place in my heart for the people who accept me, even just to do a video for them in their life. And the last thing I would want is for people to watch my video every single day and still find themselves in slumps that they can't pull themselves out of. Now, I'm not God. I can't just, if I could magically snap my fingers and take all of everyone's pain and financial struggles away, I would, but I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm Jupiter ruled. I just want to make it easy. I just want everybody to be happy. But I know the darkness that we face. I know the turmoil, the trauma, the hurt, the molestation that some people have went through. And it's not easy. And I never want to come off like I discredit pain. But I know that by focusing on that wound, it's never going to heal if you keep picking it. You got to leave it alone and let it heal. So I hope this helped in some way, you all. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Try to stay elevated. Infinite Waters is always great. He's always smiling. I don't know how he does it, but, find your way, stay encouraged today. And if you ever need a private reading with me, you can always email me at crystalneath@gmail.com. Besides that, have a good one, and I will see you tomorrow.